The reality of not being available certainly extends to some place you don't want to be. And in some cases, that place is usually home. Sure, that reality is not that difficult to navigate, but in these cases, three different women had a poignant variation. Now, let's go to what we were coming for.
Welcome, Fade and Leave Them Alone. I was tagged in a video yesterday. It said, what is the number one reason, or I'm sorry, the number one job that women have that is causing divorce? One of the highest ones was nurses, because apparently they're crazy and they cheat. My husband's ex was a CNA. No comment. The number one was a stay-at-home mom / homemaker. I'm watching the video like, wait, I'm a stay-at-home mom. Like, what do you mean? He proceeds to say, their job is so easy. And I'm like, yeah, I've talked about this. You guys aren't churning butter, making your own bread, making your own pasta, feeding the chickens, doing dishes and laundry by hand. There's apps to deliver your food and have it pre-boxed or deliver your groceries. And it's like, that's right. In my theory, a man that is working 90 hours a week, okay, and they stay-at-home moms always fight me, our job never ends. Your job never started. It's not hard. I've been doing it for 3 years. I load the dishwasher. You can hear my washer going right now. I start it every morning. I start my dishes every morning if I need to, usually 2 or 3 days. I take care of the dogs. I do the floors. It's not hard. It is time management. You have been so spoiled that you have gotten lazy because, well, the men are still working 40 to 90 hours a week, grinding, busting their hands, their heads, their backs, their bodies, their legs, their feet. You are sitting in a comfy house. Most of you have Effies, like I used to. Actually, I ended up getting rid of mine because that thing sucked. That do your floors for you. Again, you're not churning butter. You're not washing clothes on a fucking board. This job has been made too easy, and you're so ungrateful and selfish that you forget that your husband still has to work the same hours that they did back in the day, except now it's even harder, and they make less money. Being a stay-at-home mom is not hard, and it's not comparable to what men do. Fight me all you want. This job is easy. The most I will ever give you is that it is boring. There's nobody to talk to. That's it. That is the only out I'm going to give you, is that it is boring. It is not hard. You are lazy. Get off your ass. And these women, oh my God, another video I saw yesterday. Raising your kids is a job. It's hard. If you looked at it like that and it was that hard, maybe you should not have reproduced. It is a privilege to raise children. It is not a chore. It is not a job. Shame on you.
As you might imagine, being in control of your life is sometimes challenging. What with kids, running a home, and time to do errands, it would almost seem implausible. However, you work hard and don't have time for all those simple pleasures that life frequently offers. Precisely why that is the life you have chosen. You've made it work for you. Now it just needs to play out. Certainly, your wondrous life occasionally requires distraction, but even for that, it is not in your plan. You're very lucky to have what you have, and construct it in a way where family doesn't seem to upset you. But where you think you're going is nothing but an illusion. According to you, shame should be given to that person who looks down on something you can easily do. The unfortunate problem is that no one clearly understands what the next person's going through. The idea to compel yourself would be simple. Would I help her if I was given the chance to do so?
Find out you're getting divorced, particularly after a lengthy tenure as someone's partner, they always want to know what happened. And they'll ask you, so what happened? As if the average marriage ends in one catastrophic event that I could tell you about very quickly in this TJ Maxx parking lot that I've happened to run into you in. And the one defining characteristic of the what happened people is it's always people that assume they know you so much better than they actually know you. Because I'm very close to a lot of people, and when I told them I was getting divorced, their responses were, finally, and thank God, and it's fucking time, not so what happened. What happened actually kind of pisses me off. It feels expectant and accusatory, as though you've declared an obligation to me to prove to you that my reasons were justifiable, as though you followed me on Facebook and you thought I was happy and therefore I must have been, and now I need to tell you exactly why I wasn't. I feel like if you actually care, you'd say, what has been happening, what has been happening for years, what has happened so many times that you got to the point where you felt like if it happened one more time, you would literally die. You had asked me about the final straw. I would probably tell you. I could describe to you the look in his eyes and the way he said, Kate, I told you to knock it off. Like he was talking to a child. Like he was talking to a child that he didn't even like. A child that he actually probably hated. And that was the moment that I realized he didn't respect me. And he'd never respected me. And he was never going to. But that might not seem like enough to you. You might be like, Kate, that seems so much smaller than the first straw or the 100th straw or the 500th straw. And now I have to explain to you that that's actually the thing about straws, that a weight can feel manageable for a long time. And then suddenly you're crumbling under the baggage that you were just carrying, 3 seconds ago. So if you care about me, don't ask me what happened. Just tell me that you're sorry that I wasn't okay. Because I wasn't. I never was. And that's what happened.
Although it might seem a tad comic, bordering on certain cruelty, it hides what the overall actions might be. Nevertheless, what happened is exactly the key element that she experiences. She doesn't need to go through a book of explanations for everyone to understand. Simply giving you the answer is more than you need to know. As for you, you have been articulate in what you need. It's a matter of time before you see the changes that will happen. The people that you think will matter will not. They will also be just like acquaintances. One minute they will be here, and the next they will be gone. They are like temporary friendships, as you'll find out. But don't worry, these moments are part of the interim. It's what we call life.
I was married for 24 years. This is my first Christmas that's very different. And, I post a lot of the fun and the good. Like, I have an amazing life, and I do. I have so many amazing friends and have so much fun in my life. But there's a lot of hard when it comes to choosing yourself and starting over and living a new life. And I knew the holidays would be hard, but they're really hard this year. And I'm kind of crashing out today. And normally I don't record myself crashing out, but here we are. The good, the bad, and the ugly, right? The home I lived in when I was married, we had been there for 13 years. And it was a big, beautiful home, and I decorated it all over for Christmas, and my kids were there and all the things. And now I live in a beautiful space, but it's a little apartment in downtown Salt Lake City, and I have minimal holiday decorations, and I live all by myself. Normally I'm good. I'm fine. I have friends. My kids visit often, but like as we head into like Christmas week, like I just have this overwhelming feeling of loneliness and just nostalgia for what it used to be like. And it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of hitting me today. And when I say nostalgia for what it used to be like, don't accuse me of missing my marriage, because that's not what I'm having nostalgia for. I'm thinking about just having this big home, doing my neighbor gifts, when my kids were younger, and just like, us moms, we mom really hard during the holidays, and I was that mom. And just like nostalgia for that time of my life. And I know that it's hard on my kids too this year, because it's just like they're going to dads, and then they're going to moms. My kids are all adults. My kids are 18, 20, and 23. So they get to choose whatever they want to do at Christmas time. And I'm grateful that they'll be with me Christmas Eve night and Christmas Day. So what I'm saying for all of you who have chosen yourselves and started over, maybe you're living alone, and it's the holidays, and you're feeling these feelings too. Loneliness, like, it's just different. It's not bad. It's not bad. I have a beautiful apartment. My kids will be here in 3 days. But I'm overwhelmed with nostalgia and loneliness right now. So if you're feeling that too, I just want you to know that I see you. I need a beach vacation. That's what I need. Maybe I should book another solo trip.
Sadness and happiness, they behave like two planets that never see each other. Unfortunately, those feelings will never cross each other's paths. She will tell you that she has a small apartment, that it's cozy, beautiful, and comfortable, and most of the year, quite livable. It isn't until the holidays that those two feelings come together. They will try to no avail to finally meet, but won't. She has the story of a somber Christmas mom, the one where she pays attention to the kids, one where everything seems to be well, but regrettably it will only last a very short time. The kisses and hugs may be a stay, for a night, possibly two, will happen. But then back to reality. To show her the obvious would be negligent. So we will show her that there is another road, one where she naturally meets the next chapter. There has been plenty of times which we have spent together on this platform. There has been many pieces of life, some short and some long, but every fragment that it has touched has and will remain as a construct of history, simply to show you that we're living here now. We want to thank you again for coming. We hope we see you again.